One thing that we women are really good is building competence. But something that we really need to improve is our confidence. Have you realized the guys out there have very high level of confidence with very little competence, and we do completely the opposite. We build a lot of competence and we still don't have that confidence to go and sell out ourselves. And this is what exactly I would like you to start learning even more, and not be afraid to show off and put yourself on the spotlight. I have been traveling all over the world, and I've met hundreds and thousands of women that have achieved so much in life. And most of the time, I have been wondering why on earth they are not more successful. They know everything, they are amazing, they're beautiful. The only reason that I could find behind is that tiny little bit of element, which is called confidence. That's why today I want to share with you a few tips that probably you can use to build your confidence even more. And I'm telling you, it's never enough, because the more we build that level of confidence, the more we achieve everything for ourselves, but also to do good, to help other people that are part of our life. And this is exactly the tip number one. Make sure you surround yourself with the right people. And sometimes I know you don't choose them, because it may happen that you live with them, or your life circumstances are dependent on these people. But I want you to start believing that there is always a way to find this small group of people that boost your self-confidence. I've worked with women who have been abused for a long time, and one of the most sadness thing that I had to hear is that they didn't believe that they are good enough. They didn't believe that they can do alone, and they felt most of the time like underestimating themselves and feeling terrible, feeling like they don't deserve what they have achieved in life. They don't deserve who they are, because these little voices of the perpetrator was all the time coming in and embedded in their subconscious mind to believe that they are not good enough. And that's why their confidence was destroyed. Because most of the time we become what other people tell us we are, or what we tell ourselves that we are or we deserve to be. And if we hear these little voices from outside and they become our inner voice that becomes part of inside, then we end up being exactly what we hear. That's why it's very, very important that you start changing that, okay? And you will see how your confidence starts moving to the right direction, exactly where you deserve to be. The number two that really impacts our confidence is the fear of failure. Most of the time, people start feeling the fear before things can have come to their way. So we start being concerned about a lot of things that probably will never happen. What if I don't succeed? What if I don't achieve this? What if I don't manage to do this? And our head is full of these voices of sabotaging ourselves. But what if you succeed? What if you manage to get what you want to achieve? And what if you definitely get the results of something that probably you always have been scared to try? The thing is that sometimes people are more scared about their success than about their failure. So whatever reason is that is keeping you down, think about this. It's not about success or the failure, or about the destination. It's all about the journey. That journey is going to help you to grow, to develop, to live your life fully, to discover your new potential. And even if you fail, you are going to win, because that process is going to be a big investment on you. So, and what is the worst scenario that is going to happen? If you fail, and if you start something that you think, oh my God, what if I don't do it perfect? You know what is failure? Is not you not doing it perfect. Is you starting it and not finishing it. What I would suggest right now is make a list of things that you always wanted to do. Or you probably started, but you didn't finish. And go and make a plan how you're going to finish it regardless, whatever it takes. You have to take that journey until the end. And you'll see when you arrive there, it's not who have you become. It's what you have learned on the way. And that is the biggest success you can feel. The failure is not managing to finish what you have completed. It's not by how you have done it. Everything that you do, it's going to be something amazing that is going to help you to become better for the next stage. Now, let's get ready for the step number 3. We all have gifts. We all have our strengths. But most of the time, we focus on what we don't have. We focus on the weakness. We focus on the why me? Why we don't focus better in asking a different question, saying, why not me? Because I have this and I have this and I have this and I have this. Make a list of all things that you have, all the things that you have achieved in life. I remember when I used to have my private practice with my clients, they used to come in therapy and just sitting there and open, the folder of hundreds of complaints and a big list of things that was showing that they were not happy with themselves. They were very self-critical. And I said, okay, I can see the reason you're here. But how about we open a list of things that are already good in your life and some amazing things that you have been experiencing in your life. And sometimes it was really hard to open that list because, people focus on the bad stuff that is going on, or in the negativity, or in things that they haven't achieved, or things that they don't have yet. But how about we focus on that list, and not only that, but be grateful for what we have. Like, for example, instead of focusing on why I don't have a job, for example, because that might be a big question for many people who lost their job. You probably better focus on that, oh wow, I don't have a job, but I should be grateful that I'm healthy and I have a strong mental state. I have a good network of people. I have a family that supports me. Or just make a list of things that you have. And I have skills, probably, or I have talents. I have gifts on myself that I can start managing better and find a way how to find a new job or really start a new business. So you see how you can turn it around? There are always a list of things that you can put down and you can focus there and be grateful for that. Great? So let's move now to the next tip, which is really important for you to boost your confidence. And that is managing to get out of your comfort zone. Now, if there is a way to grow and a way to feel that you're really alive, is by moving out of your comfort zone. I remember, for example, when I used to live in a village, in a very small village, and I was very comfortable there. One day I discovered a little town. Of course, I was going there to take books, and I see the difference, how people live in the town and how people have their lifestyle in the village. It was something that I wanted to experience the other way. So, of course, it was very discomfortable for me to start making plans and move out of that circle, but I did it. So I moved to the little town, and later on I discovered there is a bigger city that probably I can explore, because I can learn new things, I can meet new people, I can put myself out there and see what life can bring for me. And then one day I discovered the capital city. I said, wow, how about I experience that as well? I know this is big, it's huge. I never used to live in a big city like that, but I can probably find a way. How do I fill myself and how do I stretch myself? And then very soon I discovered the world and I moved to London. I remember when I moved to London in 2012, only 8 years ago, it was like a big shift for me, like completely out of my comfort zone as a single mother with my teenager son, with very little savings, with no support, I didn't know anybody. That was huge out of my comfort zone. But I'm very glad I did. So the reason I'm mentioning all these steps, you don't need to take a comfort zone like this immediately. You start one step at a time. So you first get out of the small circle and then a little bit more and a little bit more, and then you test it. And this is how you start building that confidence without scaring yourself taking the lift to go where you want to go. You take the steps. You take one step at a time. And then you will see as you walk away, you'll feel more comfortable. So definitely, if you want to build your confidence, you can't build your confidence in your comfort zone. You have to get out of it. Okay? So, and the last one, and it's very, very important that you definitely start learning one big thing, which I have not only realized in myself for a long time, but to many women, and I think is a women nature. We forget to take care of ourselves. That's why it's the last tip, and it should not be a tip, it should be a call, but it's the most important one, that you start thinking to put yourself as a priority in life. How do you take care of yourself? How do you look after yourself? How do you babysit yourself? How do you parent yourself? Because that is really important. You never build your confidence by leaving yourself in the hand of somebody else, by leaving other people taking decisions about you. Because if they take decisions for you, guess what? Are they going to be the right decisions? No, I'm not sure about that. That's why you have to take that responsibility, and the best way how you start looking after yourself and taking care of yourself is by taking ownership of yourself and taking decisions about yourself, because this is where you start the next step of the big success toward your confidence. And don't forget, the first thing when you are just imagine yourself in the aeroplane, and the aeroplane is shaking and you have to put the oxygen somewhere. Where do you put it? If you are together with your child, you have to put it to yourself first, because you can't help your child, you can't help anybody if you get out of your oxygen. So put the oxygen in yourself, look after yourself. And can I go a little bit extra as well? I work with women a lot, and I used to organize a lot of events. And one big thing that we really loved by coming together and spending some time with each other by organizing these meetings and networking events was because we really loved that part where we wake up in the morning and we call it like wake up, make up, and show up and stand up, because this is how you take care of yourself. Like put some lipsticks, put some makeup, and dress a beautiful jacket or outfit, and go in front of the mirror and say, you are beautiful, I am beautiful, and I am going to win this day. So this is how you do it, one step at a time. Start talking with yourself as it is your child. Start parenting yourself and say the words that probably you wanted always to hear, but other people didn't say it to you. Start saying it to yourself first, and then you'll see other people will start saying to you exactly what you say to yourself. Because if you don't respect yourself, if you don't love yourself, if you don't believe in yourself, guess what? Other people aren't going to do the same with you. That's why you have to start first You have to start with yourself, and you will see everything around you start changing. You will build that confidence, and you will rock it, because you are here in this world for a big thing. And I want you to start that journey right now.